Hi there ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sam and welcome to a discussion. Now by now, you, the beautiful audience, know that it's no secret that I am a TV and film student and I love making films, comedy sketches and just content in general, hence why I'm on this website. So it will come as no surprise to you that I have an abundance of ideas of films, comedy sketches, TV shows and just general YouTube content that I actually want to make. So today I'm going to share these ideas with you so you can give me some feedback or just give me a general grilling. Also, if there are any other filmmakers out there that have some ideas of their own and want a little bit of feedback or want to get the ideas out there to help other people, please tell me down in the comments below and I will gladly check them out for you. I'd love to see what other people similar to me are making. This is one of the first things I had to make for university and quite frankly one of my favourites. This is a comedy sketch about two police detectives, Detective Beatrice and Detective Jeffords, who have to stake out a notorious drug lord. In this sketch, Detective Beatrice is the good cop and Detective Jeffords is the can't sit still cop. Jeffords will do anything to keep himself occupied, much to Beatrice's dismay. It's just a silly, stupid, bad day at the office for a cop kind of thing. Now I do have to make one horrible confession about this sketch. It's very heavily based on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. First off, if you haven't watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I would highly recommend you go check it out. Seasons 1 to 4 are on Netflix, and Season 5 is about to kick off on E4 here in the UK. This sketch is more specifically based on an episode in Season 2 of the same name. In this episode, Detective Peralta and Detective Boyle have to stake out another drug lord for about 8 days and do whatever they can to keep themselves occupied to each other's dismay. They end up coming up with this no-no ball thing and it just ends up really silly. My sketch follows a very similar premise to that, but it doesn't go as far as Brooklyn Nine-Nine does. It does what that does in half hour in about 4 minutes. So it's not fully 100% ripping off Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you can just tell all the inspirations and what I've done. The names of the characters are also heavily based off the show, and some of you may have realised this. The name of Detective Beatrice is based off of the actor of Rosa Diaz, Stephanie Beatrice, and the character of Detective Beatrice is also very loosely based on Rosa. Detective Jeffords is named after Terry Crews's character, Sergeant Jeffords, however he is not based off of him. I know the name of this one isn't very good, it's a working title. The Train Is In Your Head is another thing I had to make for uni, but it's not a comedy thing. It's one of the only things I've written this year that isn't comedy. The Train Is In Your Head is a psychological horror where there's a train crash which causes two of the passengers, David and Philippa, to relive their nightmares through hallucinations. So David hallucinates that his wife leaves him and dies, and Philippa is travelling to university, so she hallucinates that she didn't actually get in, and when she got there it was all a ruse and everything, and just all the things that could go wrong on your first day, basically. I can't really say too much more about this one because I haven't really fleshed out this idea fully yet. It's still something that I'm working on and I don't think it's something I'm going to follow through, but more or less might make something similar. It's something I had to do for a script writing task and I wrote it in a rush, so yeah, if you look at the script it's not really that good. Moving on to something I want to make for ThePandrus, Spyro Week. Now Spyro Week really depends on if a remaster for the Spyro the Dragon trilogy actually happens. Similar to what I wanted to do for Crash Bandicoot Week way back when Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy was coming out, it's basically a week with 5 videos, 3 reviews, 2 discussions, where I of course review the first 3 games and then talk about some things that are related to the franchise or my hopes for the remasters. It's something I wanted to do with Crash Bandicoot, however I then decided to take my break. It's an idea I've always had in the back of my mind for a really long time, however recently with the reports that a Spyro the Dragon remaster is going to happen, it's looking more likely that you're going to see this. Anyone that's been with me for a while is probably going to remember this short sketch. The Satanic Ritual was something I did for college where we had to take a kid's nursery rhyme and make a short comedy sketch out of it, or a horror thing. It was up to us. We could either make it funny or we could make it scary. The Satanic Ritual is based off of Ring a Ring of Roses, which is based around death and the plague, so we decided to give it the same death theme, but with a Satanic Ritual. The whole thing of it is it's a news reporter going to see a Satanic Ritual and interview the person. It just all gets really silly and stuff, but I had an absolute blast making it, which is why I want to make a sequel. This one is going to have much better production quality, much better comedy and timing. This one's actually going to be scripted because the last one was all improv. It could have gone better if we had time to write it, but we had 2 hours to think of a nursery rhyme, make and edit. It was absolutely insane. If this one does become a thing, you're probably going to see it around the summer, if not probably late autumn, maybe? I don't know. It's definitely something I want to make, though. I'm currently midway through writing it. Now, there's a question mark at the end of this one for a reason. I don't know if I want to do Out Christmas 3. Out Christmas is the comedy sketch that I've been making for the last 2 years. The first one is on 2 different channels and the second one is on mine. Me and my friends have been in talks for the last few months now about potentially making an Out Christmas 3 at the end of this year, but having a bit more time making it because we made it within a week and basically in the same time frame as we made Out Christmas 1, and we didn't really address all the things that didn't work in Out Christmas 1, and we kind of made new things to address if Out Christmas 3 happens. However, because of how much I love the Out Christmas series and how I just think that if I was to make another one, I'd probably end up not liking it. If an Out Christmas 3 was to happen this year, I don't think I'd be involved in writing it or making it. I'd probably be there to act and that'd be it. I don't know, I just feel like I kind of stole the Out Christmas torch off of James, and now I feel like I'm gonna pass it on to someone else, or maybe pass it back to James, depending if he wants to do it. James, if you're watching and you want to make an Out Christmas story this year, come hook me up, I'll give you the torch back. Well, I haven't got a torch. You can have my guitar as an honorary torch. But if Out Christmas 3 does become a thing, probably won't be making it. I'll probably just be in it. Or we might do something else for Christmas this year. I don't really know. We'll find out. It's not Christmas yet, it's March. I've got more things to think about. And lastly, my final idea of something I want to make is a TV sitcom series called Served. Now, for those of you that don't know, I work in a restaurant, more specifically a hotel restaurant. So I've had a lot of experience and I've seen a lot of things in my 2 years of being there. So much so that I've decided to write a TV sitcom that is based entirely off of the things that I've seen and the people I've worked with. I'm not going to go into too much details about Served because it's still something that I'm only 10 minutes into the first pilot episode for. So it's just something I need to figure out, but I can tell you that all the characters that are in it are based off of people or are exact copies of people that I have worked with, and the exact copies I of course got permission from and everything to use their likeness and everything, so all that. And all the things that happen in it are things that have happened to me, to people I work with, or just or what I've seen in other restaurants in general. Trust me, in the 3 years I've worked in hospitality and the 2 years I've worked in my current job, I've seen a lot. So it's gonna be fun, I think. If this ever gets made, I'll probably make it myself if I ever get funding to make something like this. Maybe if my YouTube ever kicks off, I'll get a YouTube Red or something. But if I do make it, I probably won't sell off the script because it's something that is so near and dear to my heart that I'd want to make it myself. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are all the ideas of films I want to make. Before I end this off, I would like to quickly say that this video was inspired by a friend of mine, James, who I mentioned earlier, Peace the Drive. You can go check out the link in the description. He did a video roughly this time last year talking about the ideas for films he wants to make. I saw that again recently and decided I wanted to do this and tell you guys what I want to make. So go watch his video. He did a much better job than me and has so many better ideas than me, so please go check him out. But in the meantime, if you have any feedback or comments about what you think of my ideas, please tell me in the comments below. If you have any ideas of your own or things that you are working on that you want me to have a look at, or others to have a look at, please pop them down in the comments. We'll all take a look and give you some feedback. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I am working on the Dalmatians review. It's just taking a little bit longer than I hoped because of personal stuff. So, in the meantime, you got this. Shut up. Goodbye. Enjoy.